and welcome everyone to session number 3 of Danganronpa 2 GCM of Chaos. Thank you very much for that tier 1 subscription. How is everybody doing this evening? How am I sounding? How is the game sounding? Seems like it's getting pretty loud in here. I'm going to turn it down a bit. There you go. Just turning it down a bit because the game seemed a little loud on my end. But yes, we are here after the first murder, and we have just begun the investigation phase. Now, last time, and I can't remember if I maybe I'm wrong about who maybe I'll be different this time around, but if I remember correctly, I did an early suggestion of who could be who I think will end up being the murderer. This time around, and I came on. I put Gundam Tanaka as my number 1 suspect. No real reason, just a vague sense that could be the culprit. None of the others are really standing out to me, and I think Kuzuryu is a little too on the nose. I feel like that one's just too obvious. But we'll see how that opinion changes as we begin our investigation and all of that. So yeah, that should be very interesting. I'm playing through Ring Code. I've heard really good things about Ring Code. This trial is so fun. Oh, nice. Yes, and Nagito was my secondary suspect. Just because he's been so nice, but we'll see how that all goes. He could also end up being our... I always forget her name. But, you know, our confidant in the original. But yeah, well, let's get to investigating because I don't know how long this is actually going to take to investigate, and there's a lot to look at. So let's begin. Let's check out the food first. A lot of fancy-looking party dishes. In the end, nobody really ate that much. Can't imagine these are related to the incident. Alright, I forgot to read GCM of Chaos subscription message. Thank you for the reminder, Fa56, with their tier 1 subscription for 31 months now. Time to return to Total Drama Island Death Edition. Hopefully there'll be no more twisted surprises. I kind of doubt that. And GCM of Chaos, thank you very much for your message, saying, even if this game is all about despair, I think it's only right to take a moment to remember Kirby, Checker Conroy's cat and friend. Love whenever you heard him in the background during his videos, and it's sad to know he won't be around anymore. Yeah, I did see that tweet from Emil, and you knew it was coming. He was getting up there in years, but just a good cat. Just a good cat, and I feel for Emil. But I think that helps that he'll be prepared. So, he was prepared and all that, so. It still stinks, though. It still stinks. Such a huge table. There's nothing much out of the ordinary. Also, we missed this. Hey, Oscar. How's it going? This is the metal case Byakuya had with him. I believe he said it was made of duralumin? The last time I saw it, it was closed, but there are a lot of odd things inside this case, like a nightstick and pepper spray. Huh? What's this? A hard plastic case, but it's just the case. The inside is empty. I wonder what was inside. Well, if I had to guess, it'd be the night vision goggles that we saw next to the body. But the one thing that really catches my attention is this small key. It must be the key to the other duralumin case. That other case was in the office, and all the collected dangerous items were inside of it. If the key to that duralumin case is right here, then it's unlikely that the murder weapon used to kill Byakuya was taken from that case. Which means the weapons inside that duralumin case aren't related to Byakuya's murder. Even so, I still don't get it. Why did Byakuya have this duralumin case in the first place? A case packed with all of this security equipment? Maybe he was being extra cautious just in case? No, that can't be right. That's way too overboard. Could he have known something was going to happen beforehand? And because of that, he went to all this trouble to be extra careful. Oh, there's a truth bullet. Probably nothing with the iron plate. Ah, investigation music doesn't restart anymore. I forgot about that happening. DGC, as far as Raincoat says, it's a solid ROM so far, but the Mystery Labyrinth is stylistic. From a gameplay sense, it's quite stylistic, but from a gameplay sense, it's quite lacking. I am, however, extremely intrigued by the story and characters of Raincoat. I think that's probably the draw of it, let's be honest. Let's see. Nothing to do with Byakuya's death. Let's check on Byakuya. Under this very table, Byakuya was... First, I should investigate the top of the table. Though, the only thing on top of this table that really catches my eye is this desk lamp. It looks like an antique lamp, and it seems rather heavy. The power cord was connected to the outlet, so it would have been useless during the blackout. Other than that, there's nothing else on the table that really stands out to me, so... Now's not the time for me to flinch. I gotta do it. I let out a shout as if to encourage myself and quickly looked beneath the table. Immediately, I noticed an unexplainable smell, like rusted iron hanging in the air. And during the stinging pain in the back of my eyes, I slowly shifted my gaze toward Byakuya's body. Byakuya Togami, the ultimate affluent progeny. He was the kind of guy who said a lot of hurtful things, but he tried his best to lead everyone. Why did he have to end up like this? The only thing I can do right now, for Byakuya's sake, is to uncover the truth behind his death. What is that? Something stuck to the back of the table. Is this duct tape? There seems to be paint applied to the non-sticky side of the duct tape. The paint is made to make it glow in the dark, and that paint and the tape was taped the murder weapon to the table. In the dim light beneath the table, it seems to glow dully. Could this be glowing paint? What is this? It looks like binoculars, but why is there a pair of binoculars under the table?
Hey.
Hajime, those aren't binoculars. Then what are they?
Perhaps.
Those are probably night vision goggles? Night vision goggles? I've seen them at the supermarket on this island. They also stock self-defense kits, too. If that's the case, did the killer use these night vision goggles to kill Byakuya during the blackout? Alright. A bloody knife. Is this the weapon that killed Byakuya? Hold on. How'd the killer bring this knife into the dining hall in the first place? Byakuya thoroughly patted down... That's not a good sign for Nagito that he was the one here cleaning up. And there's a knife taped under the table. Oh, thank you, Egg Roll. And yeah, it's coming along. I'm gonna be trying to finish up recording the script and editing up the audio this week, and hopefully just keep making progress. Byakuya thoroughly patted down everyone and thoroughly inspected every corner of this old building. And all the confiscated dangerous items were supposed to be placed in that Duralumin case. Klaxon, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Saying, Derek, if you get Raincode... Excuse me. If you get Raincode, get it on sale. The game so far can be summed up as slow. Slower than Danganronpa, no run button, not much to engage you at the beginning. That being said, it does have potential from what I've seen to have interesting mysteries, just don't expect much from the main gimmick. That's probably what would have ended up anyway. I'm not going to be able to get to that game right away. It's possible they stole this knife from the case, or they hid it somewhere hard to find. Also, there's one more thing about this knife that's strange. There's some kind of paint that's been applied to the hilt. In the dim light beneath the table, it seems to glow dully. Could this be glowing paint? The body's collapsed face down under the table, as if he was in the middle of attempting something. It looks like he was. According to the Monokuma file, he was repeatedly stabbed between the throat and abdominal region. Repeatedly stabbed. Would one of us really do something so horrible? let's check. Let's see. Time of death. Victim was repeatedly stabbed over 10 times between the throat and abdominal region, resulting in death. Body's no other external injuries. No chemicals such as poison were detected. Okay. And the blood stain. The blood flowing from Byakuya's body formed a huge pool under the table. That's a lot of blood. There's blood splattered everywhere. Even the inner side of the tablecloth is covered in blood. The blood might have splattered all over the place when he got stabbed, but there don't seem to be any drag marks leading from the blood pool. That's a good point. With all that blood, you'd think the person who did it would have been splattered as well, unless they did it like through the tablecloth, but we didn't check that. Despite the fact that it's just me, I think I'm working pretty hard. Even if it's just a little, I'm sure we're getting close to the truth behind Byakuya's death. Alright. Let's see. Oh, Hellhound earring, answer my call. Impossible. Is this effort futile as well? Hey, are you still looking for the earring you dropped? It is not a mere earring. It is the Hellhound earring. Fine. Long ago, in a faraway land, a beast known as the Hellhound was feared by all, even by he who summoned it. Well, this is certainly random. The Hellhound tore its way through innumerable battlefields, its fangs glistening with blood. And his drenched, blood-red fur would dry in the howling winds of loneliness. When I finally tamed that diabolic beast, I received an earring to commemorate that event. The Hellhound earring. So that I may never forget the night I battled that fearsome Pomeranian. I wear that earring at all times. Was that really about a friggin' Pomeranian? I understand it's important to you, but for now, we need to investigate. Where is it? Where did it disappear to? Maybe it fell underneath the floor? The carpet didn't cover the whole floor. It might have fallen through the gaps between the exposed floorboards. So that's what transpired. Such a clever little bauble. Gundam laughed uproariously as he walked toward the wall and pressed his head against the gaps in the floor and peered beneath the floorboards. Ah, there it is. I've found it. Truly, that is the Hellhound earring. It seems God exists for my benefit. I see. Good for you.
Let me ask.
However, how do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, it would probably not reach either. Then maybe you should just give up?
What?
Give up what? The world? I meant give up the earring. Fool! Have you not yet realized? The world would come to an end if the human race were to lose that earring. You humans are so satisfied with clothing yourselves in layers of false knowledge.
If you flinch, you will die.
But even with all those layers, you still will not survive the winter. Why am I being scolded? It was foolish of me to rely on you fools. Fine, I shall do something about it on my own. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must go save the world. He wants that earring back by any means necessary. His determination is truly inspiring, but it'd be nice if he actually helped me with the investigation. But we got a new truth bullet. Alright. What's my hero have to say? Are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine.
What's going on?
Is that what you expected me to say? Because I feel terrible. One minute Byakuya is alive and well, and in an instant, something awful suddenly happens. Of course I'm not fine. Let's move something real quick. There we go.
Why?
And not only that, but whoever killed him is one of us, right? That hasn't been determined yet. It's already been determined. You've already accepted it, haven't you?
This is the worst.
That we have to find out who the killer is. Find out which friend killed our friend. I don't like it either, but we won't survive if we don't go through with it. It's not just for yourself. We have to do it to protect all of us. If only I'd acted calmer during the blackout, Byakuya might still be alive.
This is the worst.
This whole thing would have never happened. Stop blaming yourself. Nothing good will come of it. Jeez. Getting cheered up by a boy isn't like me at all. Hey, Hajime, forget about what I just said. Got it? Yeah, that's fine. Got it. Anyway, I won't dwell on it for now. I can't become a burden to everyone. Plus, there might be a clue that only I have access to. A clue?
Hey.
Photos. The one I took with just before the blackout, remember? Hey, Byakuya, everyone, come on. I'm gonna take a picture. Alright, say cheese. Oh yeah, the pictures. Want to see them? I have a digital camera so I can show them to you right now. Really? Please. Interesting. The one closest to that table is Nagito. It's this photo. But Byakuya is all the way over there, far away from that table. Huh. I took these two photos right before the blackout, but... Huh? Is something wrong? I didn't realize it until just now, but right before the blackout, Byakuya was standing in a totally different place than where we found him. Wasn't his body under that table with the lamp on top of it? The one underneath the monitor? Prior to that, Byakuya was standing along the wall farthest away from that table. You're right, that is pretty far. There's something... Everyone's standing position before the blackout might be a huge clue. Hey, can you approximate everybody's standing position from these photos? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It'd be hard to understand from the photos alone, so it might be better for me to plot it out. But would that actually provide a clue? Can he throw a knife? I mean... I don't know who has throwing knife abilities. The picture of Hajime smiling with the orange juice has been memed into that being his favorite food drink. Really? I don't know yet, but I feel like it could.
Leave it to me.
Got it. Then leave it to me. That's pretty much the only job I can do anyway. Thank you. Alright, now that that's decided,
You better do your best.
you better work hard on your investigation too. How much longer are you planning to stand around?
Do you understand?
What's going on? You gotta find out how Byakuya died. Yeah, I know, but it's good she's all fired up now, but she's a totally different person now than when she was feeling down.
Hey.
Hey Hajime, there's something I want to run by you. Before the blackout occurred, Byakuya was in the dining hall with the rest of us, right? Yeah, that's right. And if Byakuya's dead body was discovered after the blackout, then don't you think he died during the blackout? Well, now that you mention it. But why was Byakuya's body under a table? Even if the killer tried to hide him, it's not like he would have stayed hidden forever. Isn't it confusing? You're absolutely right. It seems finding out exactly what exactly happened during the blackout is key to solving the mystery. There's no way I'd know. So it was so... Excuse me. There was no way I'd know. It was so dark during the blackout I couldn't see a thing.
That's not it.
Although if seeing was impossible, there's a possibility someone might have heard something. Heard something? Are you talking about her? I must investigate my classmate's body. Yes, I'm the one who has medical knowledge. That's why I need to do it somehow. Before you start, why don't you calm down a bit? You're right, I need to calm down first. I'm careless enough as it is. That's pretty obvious from how you fell earlier. I'm terribly sorry about that, for showing you something so unsightly. You made me remember it again. Really? You had to show that again? I made such a fool of myself in front of everyone. Forget making a fool of yourself. How in the world did you end up like that? Well, I got startled by the blackout, slipped on the carpet, and once I was struggling to get back up, it's so embarrassing. Please erase it from your memory. Even if you ask me, I won't be able to forget it so easily. Sorry. I can't stand it. Really? Really? That pose is a truth bullet. How in the world does... Now that's interesting. Okay, that's not actually a clue. Huh. Air conditioner? Could it be... Hey, all of you, why can't you act a little more grown up? Huh? What was that sound just now? This air conditioner is probably the only machine inside this room. And the air conditioner's remote control, the timer is set to 11:30 p.m. I'm pretty sure Byakuya's time of death was around the same time. If so, that means that mechanical sound before the blackout, it probably came from this air conditioner. My flashes of inspiration aren't as bad as I thought. Now then, where else should I investigate?
Hajime.
Hajime, a moment. What is it?
Hey.
When we're finished with the investigation here, would you like to hear what everyone has to say together? If I go by myself, some people might not talk to me out of caution. Well, we've been told that one of us is a killer, and it can't be helped if everyone's on edge right now. But why me? You're easy to talk to, and I feel like you have a sense similar to mine. We both harbor special feelings toward Hope's Peak Academy, isn't that right? Well, yeah, but... Fine, if we're going together, let's get on with it. There's no time for idle chit-chat.
Thanks.
I'm glad. It'll be a great help. Special feelings, huh? Even so, what he said about us being similar, I don't think I agree.
Now then.
I guess for now we should search the inside of this old building and listen to what others have to say. And yeah, you're right, the temperature was a bit high for AC, but maybe that's the point. Maybe that was what was used to trip the power. I guess for now we should search the inside of this old building and listen to what the others have to say. Not just the dining hall, but I think we should consider this whole building the scene of the crime. After all, the blackout that took place at the time would have happened throughout this entire building. Yeah, you're right. Alright, yeah, we'll go this way. There is something I want to ask you. What is it?
It is strange.
It appears that only that wall is a different color and material. Why is that? Oh, it's probably a fire door. Fire door? You've never seen one before? It's a door that shuts to keep fire from spreading by containing it. If that happens, you can run away, right?
Wow.
I see. It is like a barrier, just like lining up plastic bottles around the house. That's only done to keep cats from getting in. You know about keeping cats from getting inside, but you don't know about fire doors.
I am ashamed.
Truly, I am culturally ignorant. I am ashamed of myself. You know, that would be placed... No, that was in the back corner. So I was going to say that'd be near the... where Byakuya's body was found, but... that seems to be the case. Let's check the kitchen. I'm so glad this one's being streamed. I like hearing my deductions live. Yeah, we're slowly trying to get it all figured out. Let's see. Isn't it amazing? That meat is so big, even I was shocked. It's a dish fit for a tropical island. I'd never be able to get meat like this in Aoyama or Azabu. I'd never be able to get meat like this in my hometown, much like Aoyama or Azabu. I get it, you don't have to repeat yourself. But it's so big. Where did you get it? I asked Nekomaru. Apparently he killed the cow at the ranch with his bare hands and brought it over. Holy crap. His bare hands? That's a little hard to believe, but it doesn't seem completely impossible either. Those hands of his, they look like they specialize in punching things. I wouldn't want to get punched by those hands. Seriously, Nekomaru is so wild, he's totally right at home in country setting. I'm so jealous. My hometown is near Aoyama and Zabu, so wild country like things like that, they slip my mind a lot, you know?
Man.
Well, I guess this meat has gone to waste, since this awfulness happened right when the party started. The only ones who ate any food were Kane and Peko, who took some portions for herself. Don't say that. After it worked so hard to cook the world's most refined party dishes, only 2 people actually tasted them. Well, it's not like I actually believe it, but if there really is a killer out there, I'll probably never be able to forgive that killer. He's scary when he's mad. Oh. Huh. Stuff is being added to this that I would not have expected. His bare hands, oh my god. Giving cows their licks. Byakuya must have confiscated all the dangerous items on the kitchen's equipment list. Well, just from reading through this list, it looks like the knife next to Byakuya's body didn't come from the kitchen. It appears to have been brought from outside. From outside? Then how did the killer get past Byakuya's body check?
That's weird.
Strange, isn't it? I mean, he didn't even go easy on the girls when he was performing the pat-downs. If that's the case, they probably brought the knife in advance and hid it somewhere.
Hey.
Still, it's surprising how much equipment this kitchen has. There are iron plates for barbecuing and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. But this is all stuff that doesn't pertain to the murder, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I agree. And yet, it's added to the truth bullets. Okay, nothing else. What's Nagito have to say? There's a chance there might be something sort of clue here. Okay, something basic. Nekomaru could 100% suplex a cow? Oh, I believe it. Hey, were you in the kitchen during the blackout, Teru Teru? That blackout totally startled me. At first I thought it was just in the kitchen, but when I finally managed to get out of the kitchen, the hallway was pitch black too. And then I heard everybody's voices, so I fumbled along the wall and tried to feel my way to the dining hall. But that place was pitch black too. It was like pitch black everywhere. Couldn't you have used that kitchen stove as a light?
No.
That's impossible. This gas stove needs electricity to work, so it was directly affected by the blackout. I see, then I guess it's not possible. Since you work with fire in the kitchen, I figured you'd be able to use it as a light source or something, but I guess it's not that easy. I guess I'm pretty much finished investigating the kitchen for now. Let's get going.
You're right.
Later, Oscar. Take care.
Hey.
Which... Alright, let's see how the storage room is doing. Yeah, we are getting a lot more bullets than I remember in the first game. The storage room is really dusty and dark.
Wow.
My hands were full cleaning the dining hall, so I couldn't even touch this room. It even has cobwebs. There's no way I could stay in here for a long time. We got irons. Are these irons? It looks like they were recently turned on, but why are there 3 irons on this ironing board? Just as I thought, your eyes don't miss a thing. When I was looking for Byakuya after the blackout, I also found these irons, but when I found them, all 3 of them were turned on. Turned on?
Yep.
It'd be bad if another blackout happened, so I turned them off, but doesn't this feel kind of sinister? Sinister? I mean, were they used to blow the power? Seems like we overloaded the battery. There's an awful lot of boxes. We don't have time to go through each and every one of them. I guess I should just leave them alone.
Yep.
A wise decision. Yeah, circuit breaker overload, Cat-EV. Exactly. There's a huge piece of cloth randomly shoved in here.
Perhaps.
Is this a tablecloth? Oh, a tablecloth. Wait, huh? Hold on, there's something on it. Is this a bloodstain?
Huh?
A bloodstain? Come here, take a closer look. It's too dark, you can't really see that clearly. There's no mistaking it, this is clearly a bloodstain. Which means this tablecloth is connected to Byakuya's murder, right? If that tablecloth has a bloodstain on it, then it's a possibility. Seriously, it is a bloodstain. But the tablecloth inside there has a bloodstain as well, so...
Hajime.
Nice of them to say when it's like, alright, leave. What you got for us, Ibuki?
I see.
Apparently, a great man once said, investigations should be done on foot.
Yes.
So that's why I'm also using my feet. I'm just walking around for no particular reason. Well, if there's no reason, then there's no meaning.
Hey,
Hey, Hajime, I just realized something. Could she, by any chance, know what happened during the blackout? Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing.
Are you serious?
Eh? How'd you know? So you did hear us, even though Hajime and I were talking pretty softly just now. Not only do I have perfect face, style, and personality, but I also have perfect ears. I see. If your hearing is so good, maybe you heard what actually happened during the blackout.
hey,
When the blackout happened, you could hear everybody's voice through the dining hall, right? We couldn't tell, but you would have been able to make out who's who, right? Just leave it to Ibuki. It'll be easy as fried rice with gravy. Ugh. La 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 la. I'll heartily eat it for breakfast.
I see.
Oh, you mean like it'll be easy as pie, except eating fried rice with gravy for breakfast is kind of heavy? Any fried rice that isn't fried rice with gravy is so wrong. She should make a metaphor with a more common type of fried rice, like egg fried rice or lettuce fried rice. Anyway, can you tell us what you heard?
I got it!
Leave it to me. I'm gonna take a bite out of you.
Yep.
If you tell us, I'll let you bite Hajime later. Stop it. What if she takes you seriously?
Aw.
Let's see. The first person who raised their voice during the blackout was... That's right. It was Mahiru.
It's a blackout!
Next was Kazuichi's voice, and then the next voice was mine.
Hey, I can't see anything.
It's pitch black! My future is pitch black!
Yeah, what a nice remark I made. It's to the point and has its own unique charm. Just continue. Then there were more voices, one after the other.
Everyone, calm down! We gotta stay calm in a situation like this! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is... Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys, where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Alrighties, that's pretty much it. Aren't I awesome? Praise me, give me lots of praise. I heard you the first time. Seriously, don't get any closer. Hey, Nagito, say something to her. Hey, did something happen? No, I was just thinking about what Byakuya said during the blackout. What Byakuya said?
Hey,
Why did he say something like that? Rather, why was he able to say that? What the hell? What's going on here? And this is... What do you mean? About that, why don't we discuss it after we've investigated a little bit more? For now, I can't really say anything for certain. Well, it's not like I really care. Anyway, don't you think Ibuki's account just now is an important clue that will lead us to the truth? Then praise me! Let me bite you! Ouch, why are you really biting me? I gotta say, I'm getting kind of excited for the actual trial because there's a lot more here than I thought there was going to be. Huh? It's locked. Someone appears to be inside. Since it's a unisex bathroom, I don't actually know don't know who's actually in there.
hey!
Hey, is someone in there? We knocked on the door and tried calling out to whoever was on the other side, but there's no response. This is going nowhere. I guess we should give up for now and check on it later? Yeah, you're right. Why do I have a feeling the Yakuza kid's gonna fall out of there? They improve the trials game by game? Well, that's always good to know.
Hajime.
The old building's circuit breaker should be inside this office. Circuit breaker, huh? It might be related to the blackout, so it's better if we check out the circuit breaker first. Way up there. That must be this old building's circuit breaker. The blackout probably happened because of this.
I see.
It doesn't look like someone did anything to it. Nothing else looks suspicious either. The circuit breaker is pretty high up. Even if you use a stepladder, you won't reach it. Hear that stepladder? You could be put to use. Yeah, I totally agree. That's why it's so mysterious. Oh boy. Well, during the blackout, I was panicking so bad I forgot about that, but You're right, even with a stepladder, there's no way he'd be able to reach that circuit breaker. Which means someone who must have reset the breaker after the blackout. But who? I did it! Ah, it's here.
Actually,
You idiots had no idea what to do about the blackout, so I'm the one who reset the circuit breaker.
by the way,
By the way, I'm not the one who tripped the breaker. The killer did that, of course. But how did someone as small as you reset the breaker? Well, firstly, my eyes work real good at night, so I have no trouble seeing it in the dark. And if you want to know how I reach the circuit breaker, my body stretches. You know, I'm very elastic.
I won't be fooled.
Liar!
it's true.
I'm serious. Want to see? Want to see a version of Monokuma with his body all stretched out? It's gross. It's grotesque. No thanks. Just imagining it makes me want to puke. Oh really? Such a shame.
So
Still,
cool.
don't you think Monokuma's such a nice guy? In a popularity contest, he'd take first place.
I see.
Not for Amy. What the hell? So he's the one who reset the breaker? Well, in that case, I'm convinced there's no way we'd be able to reach that. If that's the case, how did the killer trip the circuit breaker? They didn't trip it or set it to be tripped. I don't know, we saw a bunch of other evidence. This remote control is for the office's air conditioner. Huh? The timer here is set to 11:30 p.m. Wasn't the timer for the air conditioner in the dining hall also set for that time? It can't be a coincidence, right? Let's check the case. This Duralumin case. It should contain all the dangerous items Byakuya collected.
Hey.
Maybe we should check inside, just to be safe. But it's locked.
Yep.
Byakuya had the key to this particular Duralumin case with him. Check it out. I brought it with me, so there's no need to worry. Hey, is it okay to take that key without permission?
Now.
It's forbidden to tamper with a crime scene, but if we don't, we can't check inside this case, right? So I should open it. Okay, now that's suspicious to me. Because we saw the key inside the case, but he said he got it from Byakuya, which means that he searched the body of Byakuya and get the key then? And so there were two copies, or he got it from the case? I don't know. I'm starting to get a little suspicious of Nagito. This guy, he doesn't feel any remorse.
See?
See? It's open. Forks, kitchen knives, iron skewers, and various tools are crammed inside. But it's not possible that the killer took anything from here, because the key to this case was inside the case Byakuya had with him. I guess you're right about that. Excuse me. Gonna go. Is this the desk the staff used for busy work? There's nothing in particular that catches my eye.
Maybe.
Hey, isn't Peko the killer? Why do you think that?
I mean.
Well, she wandered off somewhere even though she was supposed to be in the office. When we were looking for Byakuya after the blackout, I went to the office right away, but when I got here, she was gone.
Well.
I shouldn't say this too loudly or else Miss Sonia will yell at me. Peko's probably the one who tripped the circuit breaker and used the blackout to her advantage to kill Byakuya. And don't you think she looks kind of ruthless too, like an assassin, right? Well, it's not like you look any better. I can already tell you doubt me, correct? Huh? However, it does not surprise me. An unexpected blackout occurred, and during that time, Byakuya was killed.
Anyway,
The circuit breaker is in this office. Naturally, I look suspicious since I was supposed to be here.
Wait.
Supposed to be here? Does that
I
mean...
see.
So I was right, you weren't in the office. But why? Weren't you supposed to guard the circuit breaker and the Duralumin case with all the weapons in it? So where'd you run off to on your own? Well, that is... She had to go to the bathroom too. Peko suddenly dropped to one knee and started groaning on the spot. Hey, what happened? No, I'm just not feeling too well. I apologize, but excuse me.
What the heck?
Excuse me, what was that?
Hey,
Pecco, it appears the bathroom inside this old building is currently occupied, so I recommend either the hotel lobby or your cottage. Huh? Seems like there'll be a tougher path. It'll be a tough path. With cold sweat dripping from her forehead, Pecco wobbled out of the office. What happened to her? It's kind of hard for me to say it myself. I already feel bad enough for Pecco as it is. What does that mean? I mean, is it cool she didn't, like, run away or something? Because if she ran away, she's obviously the killer. I'm almost positive. Is that really what it is?
now then.
No, she had to poop. Or, you know, food poisoning. Now then, I guess we're done with the office, don't you think so? Man, if it's food poisoning, could have been Teru Teru, but the only other one who ate it was, Sports Girl. But she probably has an iron stomach.
Yep.
Okay, it looks like you've pretty much finished looking around the old building. So how about we check out Byakuya's cottage? Byakuya's cottage?
Yep.
There might be clues there, so I thought it'd be good to check it out just in case. But I was scared I might encounter danger if I went there by myself. Well, I don't really mind going there either together, but aren't you worried about the possibility that I might be that danger?
Hey.
I mean, am I worried about you being the killer? To be honest, I don't think you're the killer. In fact, I can't even imagine it. It's like, instead of living with doubt in others, it's so much better to die believing in others. Don't talk like that. We're doing this so we can live, you know?
I see.
As I thought, you sure are strong. You are definitely the chosen one, chosen by Hope's Peak Academy.
All right.
Alright, then let's get going to Byakuya's cottage. Yeah. I don't know why, but every time we talk, I don't really know how I'm supposed to react. The moment I left the old building, there was a strange scene unfolding before me. Oh, still going after the
What are
thing.
you doing?
What am I doing, you say? Ha! Now that is truly a foolish question.
We're just checking to see if we can get under the floor from here.
Under the floor? Why?
Who said it was futile? Who decided it was impossible? How did you know I cannot recover my earring?
If it is possible to get under the floor, it'll change our understanding of the murder, I think. So I thought it was important to check it.
I'd say Chiaki here is probably number 2 favorite girl. I see, under the floor, huh? I never considered thinking of it like that. What do you mean?
See?
Come on, think about it.
Hey.
The carpet I laid didn't reach the table where we found Byakuya's body, right? And the dining hall floor had huge gaps between the floorboards. Then is it possible that the killer killed Byakuya by stabbing him from beneath the floor?
Yep.
I did not consider that, I gotta be honest. That's what I thought, so I'm trying to see if we can get under it from here. Well, I guess it's not possible to get under the floor from outside. The building is surrounded by firm fences, so there's no way to sneak under the floor from there.
But
Even so, I couldn't find a way to get under the floor from inside the building either. Do you think there's a possibility that there's a hidden hole somewhere?
well,
No, that's not possible. Are you sure? At any rate, it seems you can't get under the floor from outside the building. That's a relief. Relief? Why? Because if you could get under the floor from the outside, there'd only be one logical suspect. The only person who didn't come to the party and also doesn't have an alibi. Alright, Fuyuhiko.
So,
I suspected him too. That's why I was checking to see if it's possible to get under the floor from outside.
well,
Speaking of which, not long after I began guarding the entrance, Fuyuhiko came here. Huh? He did?
huh?
What happened, Fuyuhiko?
huh?
Oh, hey, what are you doing here, all alone at a place like this?
Yep.
I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. Huh, how diligent of you.
Hey.
You're not coming to the party?
What are you saying?
Hell no, not even if you paid me. Parties are stupid. They make me want to puke. You want to come to the party, right? Isn't that why you came here? Of course not. I was just going for a damn walk. What? What? Do I have to report to you every time I want to go for a frickin' walk?
That's wrong.
No, it's not like that, but... Then leave me alone. And then he just left. So that happened, but why did he come here?
See?
He probably wants to be part of the group, but he can't be honest about it. He believes he's different from everyone else. That's why he's always alone.
Hey.
He's like the main character of an RPG. Have you played those before? Huh? When did we start talking about video games? She's not wrong.
I see.
Even though we don't really know what he's thinking, I don't think we have any reason to doubt him.
I'm glad.
That's a relief. I'm glad. You keep saying you're glad, but we have no idea who the killer is. Well, I guess for now we should stick to the plan and head over to Byakuya's cottage. As long as the probability is greater than 0, that will suffice. I will most assuredly reclaim the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands. It seems he has no intention of investigating. Anything more? I guess for now I've discovered the building is surrounded by firm fences, so there's no way to sneak under the floor from there, I think. Also, alright, that's the same. Well, there he is. Fuyuhiko RPG. I mean, that's just Yakuza. Like a dragon. What the hell? Didn't I tell you to leave me alone? That's not happening. Didn't you hear Monokuma's announcement? Of course I did. Apparently Byakuya is the one who got killed. So what? What did you say? Do you think I'm the killer? Think whatever you want. I'm used to being mistrusted. That's not why I'm... Whatever, just tell me what you were doing while everyone else was at the party. Checking my alibi, eh? Well, I don't have one. I was just chilling in my cottage all by myself during that time. The whole time? Because Chiaki said she saw you in front of the old building.
Shut up!
Nosy bitch.
Jeez.
It's true, I went for a little walk, and then just by chance, I ended up passing by the old building. Were you really going for a walk? Don't tell me you were actually trying to join the party.
Don't fuck with me!
What the hell would I do? Why the hell would I do that? It's a coincidence. A coincidence. So I'll be honest, I thought Fuyuhiko was in the bathroom the entire time. So I wonder if the bathroom is the way to get under the floor. Alright, I got it. Dumbass. That bathroom is definitely important. You'll just repeat information to me. Here we go. Okay, nobody else around. Just be sure what no words will you say out loud. Something to note for V3. For whatever reason, like I say it in my everyday life just fine, but for whatever reason, I just feel uncomfortable saying dropping the F-bomb here. Everything else I'm kind of okay with. Huh? It's locked?
Hey.
I guess we need to ask him for help. And so Nagito took a deep breath.
Hey!
Hey, Monokuma!
Did you call me?
Yay, did you call me? Nagito, when did you train Monokuma?
Hey.
Hey, Monokuma, I was wondering if you could do us a favor. There's something we want to investigate.
What's this?
Hey, who you talking to? That's just my afterimage. When I get serious, my afterimage is unleashed. I can even play soccer by myself as long as I have this cloning technique. That would be boring to play alone. I don't have time for this. Just hurry up and open Byakuya's cottage already.
Well...
This is for the class trial. It's something we really need. For the class trial? If it's for the class trial, there's no way I could refuse. Now then, there's only one spell that can open these doors. I don't know what that means.
I'll leave the rest to you!
V3 is F-bomb central. They really up the lewd and swearing in that one? Oh, okay. Why does it open with a magic spell?
Jeez.
It's probably powered by electricity. At any rate, that performance was a waste of time. I see. I guess we should go inside then.
You're right.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Check the bed first. This bed, nothing about it really catches my eye. I noticed the note, that's why I'm waiting for last, just in case. Alright, let's check the envelope. There's an envelope on the table. Is it a letter someone sent to Byakuya?
That's weird.
There's no sender. That looks pretty suspicious.
Hajime.
Hajime, you should check what's inside. Yeah, you're right. Let's see. Huh? Be careful. The first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. This is... That's why he's already on that way. That explains why he was on edge. Is this a crime warning? No, if it says be careful, it's probably a threatening letter. Regardless, who would send something like this? Maybe this is why Byakuya suddenly decided to throw a party? Huh? The first kill will happen tonight. Because someone made this threat to Byakuya, he gathered everyone in one area and was extremely cautious about all the dangerous items. He was trying to create a scenario in which everyone could monitor each other. He thought if he did that, nobody would be able to kill anyone. So he believed this crazy letter? He couldn't ignore the possibility of this happening, even if it was just a worst-case scenario.
Hey.
Remember what Byakuya kept saying? How he wouldn't let anyone become a victim? He couldn't overlook that slim possibility just to keep his promise. Then why did he keep it a secret? If he had just told us... Nope. He probably couldn't. He probably thought that was also a worst-case scenario. What do you mean? If everyone knew that what was in this letter, whether it's a lie or not, everyone would have likely begun to doubt each other, and at that point, there'd be no turning back. So Byakuya tried to do something about this all by himself without telling anyone?
Yep.
His strong sense of responsibility is the only explanation I can think of. Anyway, whoever sent Byakuya this letter also killed him. Is that what you're saying?
Sorry.
No, this could be a prank, and it might have nothing to do with Byakuya's death at all. Huh? What was that? He suddenly became really quiet. I see, he doesn't want to believe one of us could be a killer. But still, we've come all the way here, and it's the only thing I can think of. The person who wrote this letter murdered Byakuya. If that's the case, that person completely predicted how Byakuya would react once he received it, right? They planned to manipulate Byakuya and killed him right before our eyes, in that old building. Damn it, who the hell would do that?
Hey.
There's probably not much time left until the class trial starts. Probably. Which reminds me, you asked Mahiro for a favor earlier, right? Yeah, I wanted her to find out where everybody was standing just before the blackout. She's probably finished by now. You're coming with me, right?
Sorry.
Sorry, that's all you. Huh? I need some time alone. I'd like some time to collect my thoughts. I see. I understand.
Hey.
Also, if you're going back to the old building, you should hear what Mikan has to say as well. I think the results of her autopsy should be ready by now.
Bye now.
I'll see you later. He was pretty pale. I wonder if he's okay. But now's not the time for me to worry about Nagito. There isn't much time left. I'd better hurry over to the old building. But what about the bathroom? Whoop, wrong way. Oh yeah, well, that's going on. How's my pet doing? Still good. What's Monomi doing over here? Too cruel. This is just too cruel. Oh yeah, I might as well ask her about the old building's windows. Hey, do you have a sec? I want to ask you something. I don't want to help you guys mistrust your friends. What the hell? It's not like we're doing this because we want to. Nope, now's not the time to fight about stuff like that. More importantly, do you know why the old building's windows are covered by iron plates? Huh? Iron plates? I covered them up so nobody makes the mistake of going inside, since it's dangerous because of the renovation. I see, the renovation, so that's why you covered them up. Because it's dangerous to go inside. Danger isn't supposed to exist on this island. This isn't how it's supposed to be. But why did it get like this? It's so cruel, too cruel. Just because it's cruel doesn't mean you can keep crying like that. Crying won't solve anything. We have to do this no matter what, damn it. Surprised that wasn't a truth bullet. hell was that loud voice just now? The bathroom seems to be open, but I really don't need to go right now. There's really no need for me to go inside. Hey Nekomaru, how is cow killing going? I feel so lighthearted right now. I, Nekomaru Nidai, have been reborn! I have no intention of losing anymore. Losing to who? I won't lose to anyone, not even to my past self. That sounds cool and all, but what are you even talking about? That! What? I don't know who is behind it, but someone tried to make a shitty bastard out of me. Some scoundrel was occupying the bathroom before the party was about to start. Now that you mention it, you said something like that shortly after the party started. I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all. He finally pooped. Good for him. However, if you think I'll be angered by something like that, you've all underestimated my nerve and patience. Do all and achieve all with one's presence of mind. That is the goal of a true leader. In other words, a leader must never falter in any situation, but always have the presence of one's mind. He says that, but I'm pretty sure he was shaken up by that whole deal. Oh well, best not to go into it. Anyway, so you're saying the bathroom door was shut from before the party started to after the blackout.
So what I mean is...
And the bathroom was finally unoccupied after Byakuya's body was found. That's about how long it lasted. What he said sounds stupid and irrelevant, but I should remember it just in case. Now, I figured that was kind of important. Should only be 2 more pieces of evidence. Whoever should be use the bathroom should be our number 2 suspect. Wow. Wow. What's Chiaki doing in here? Just as I thought. It seems there's no way to get under the floor from inside the old building. Maybe. So it's just as Nakito said. If that's the case, I guess I should give up on finding Gundam's earring. Hey, you're here! Where the hell did you wander off to? I wasn't wandering, I was investigating as much as I could. I see. Well, if you weren't slacking off, then I guess it's fine. So, did you find anything? Yeah, sorta. You don't sound too sure.
Hey.
Well, just take a look at this. Just as you told me, using the 2 photos I took before the blackout, I tried to pinpoint where everyone was standing. When I did, this diagram was the result. So this is everyone's standing position before the blackout. Everyone's pretty much in the dining hall. Yeah, Nagito is the closest. I've made this diagram from analyzing these photos, so I'm pretty sure it's accurate. Just as I thought, Byakuya was standing a far distance from that table. It's impossible. There's no way he'd be able to move that far during the blackout. Huh? What's this line extending from the table where Byakuya was killed? It's the desk lamp. I drew the power cord for it just in case. The power cord for the desk lamp? If that cord is extending from the table where Byakuya was killed, that means...
Hey.
So, did you find something? It's not clear to me yet, but... Klaxon, thank you very much for the 100 bits saying check on the icon for death right now. I knew I picked a fitting icon. Made it for myself, although they also made a blue Monokuma Eye icon for some sites. That is kind of perfect. I didn't even think about that. Nice. I have a feeling it's either a potential clue or just a waste of labor. No, it wasn't a waste at all. It's not clear to me yet, but there's no mistake that a clue is hidden here. An extremely important clue. If you'd like, I can tell you a little bit of what I want to say. Did you find out anything? I tried, within reason, to perform an autopsy on Byakuya's body, and I discovered that there were several puncture wounds around Byakuya's chest and abdominal region. Deep wounds, deep enough to reach his lungs and internal organs. It can be assumed that a very thin, sharp object around 5 millimeters in diameter was used to stab him over and over again, which is what I believe. Hey, are you okay? I'm sorry, talking about it made me sad. No No need to push yourself. I mostly got the gist of what you wanted to say. I'm sorry. Still, around 5 millimeters in diameter, huh? Isn't that pretty thin? That's as thin as an ice pick or an awl. That is certainly thinner than the knife next to him. That's interesting. Was Byakuya trying to kill somebody? Huh. Are we having a similar situation to the first game where he was trying to set up somebody? Guess we'll find out soon.
I shall tell you all the meeting place. At the central island of Jabberwock Island, there is a mountain with my adorable face carved into it. That, my friends, is Monokuma Rock. Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance. I'll see you soon.
Knife is definitely bait. A mountain with a carving of Monokuma's face at the central island? Well, there it is. Monokuma Rock.
Are you kidding me?
What the heck is that mountain? When did that get there? Never mind that. How did they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma?
No way.
That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organization involved in all this. I mean, what Byakuya said before, right?
You are right.
Byakuya, we still needed his knowledge. I still can't believe he's dead. What happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko? Now that you mention it, it appears they aren't here yet.
I got it!
Oh, I know. They probably ran away.
No way!
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'd let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over here.
Don't fuck with me.
I'm telling you, let me go.
Hey.
Hey now, if you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up. Hey, Fuyuhiko, what were you doing all this time?
Huh?
Nothing. I wasn't really doing anything. I was just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Who the heck cares about that anyway? You, how can you say something so irresponsible?
Understand?
We've been doing our best to investigate this murder, even though we don't want to, just to survive.
Wait.
Hero, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Dumbass. And I guess we're waiting for Gundam?
What happened?
I am right here.
Now then.
Remember this well, a main character arrives when he intends to. Huh?
Hey.
It seems you noticed it too. If I did, then I'm right. Alright, now that everyone's all together, let's take the secret entrance to the trial field. My top two suspects remain the same. Hey DA Power, how's it going? I still think it's either Gundam or Nagito. Those are my top two suspects. Same order. Nagito might have gone above Gundam at this point, but it's definitely between those two. Please wait a second.
What's this?
My, mon ami. What are you doing? Just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you. Do you actually want to join in? Do you want to taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special please.
Oh well, I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. I shall allow your special participation.
See ya.
I'll go in ahead and wait for you guys, so hurry over. He told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going on?
He mentioned something about a secret entrance, was it? Secret entrance? Should I talk to everybody or not? I'm not gonna read them out loud. I'm just gonna take a look at them real quick. We can accept Monami on a trial basis. Wow.
is...
Damn it!
Not really, buddy.
No.
Poor Pecco.
Why?
You too, huh?
Blah, 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 blah.
She was doing well.
Well,
In RPG video games, it is common for secret areas to be underground. Comparing our situation to a video game. Who would ever think to do that?
So annoying. You?
She's just ready to go. He definitely likes to seem like a tough guy.
Be happy!
Most of these people are insane.
the worst. I...
Anyway. Oh my god. What the? Something's shaking? This is dangerous. Everyone, please get down. Wow. Something came out? Could it be... Is he telling us to enter it?
What?
Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Magazine is trembling with fear. Wow, that's so totally suspicious. Forgive me, seriously, just forgive me already. Hey, why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Like, not even remotely. There's no way, there's just no way we'll find the killer.
Stupid.
Complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up for God's sake. We've come this far, we have no choice but to keep moving forward. You're right, there's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys. If this were a video game, it'd have a very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game. She's more level-headed than I thought. She'd be compared to where we first met her. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. I won't think anymore. If I think, I'll run away. All I could do was stare upward intensely as the escalator carried me. And then when each of us entered Monokuma Rock... So weird.
Huh?
This is an elevator. Ah, this is a familiar scene. I see. This entire rock is an elevator. Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases. However, if he's gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering sound inside my head. I soon realized it was the sound of my teeth. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. Get used to this lineup shrinking in as we go along. There we were, listening to unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. There's a fan edit that combines all the characters from all the games into a single elevator. Wow. Very cramped. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending. And then the elevator door slowly opened.
Welcome!
This is the Clash Trial Field. How do you like it? It's a special place that will decide your fates.
You
What the hell is he thinking, locking us in a shitty looking place like this?
Fuck with me!
Are you freaking crazy? Don't mess with me, asshole. Complain all you like, I'm used to it by now. Come on, you're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written. Looks like everyone knows, even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walked toward the seats that we had been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. I don't have to read as much anymore! The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant, and condescending, but he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. The person who did it is one of us. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if that's really true, we need to find out by any means possible, because that's our only option. There is no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. And so, this life-threatening trial billing with hope and despair has begun. And there we go. All right, we have our skills. Did I not buy any skills? Where was it? Where was it that you get these? I'm trying to remember. Ah, here we go. I'm not sure what to grab here. Kind of Orin Emily, but not quite. Alright, I'm gonna go with Cool and Composed first. First trial should be easy, right? Maybe save your crystals for the next one. Maybe? I'll get just a few. Like the one that let me recover my influence gauge for free. No, no gyro. Only suggest delusion. Oh yeah, that does seem good. I'll get that in the Cool and Composed. We'll get this one and then we'll stop there. Cool, I couldn't have gotten many more anyway. Alright, here we go.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
I want to make sure everybody can hear the voice acting just fine, so we'll make sure of that.
During the class trial, you will
It seems
present
fine.
your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person,
Okay,
I'll
all
punish
good.
everyone
That's good.
besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
This is such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you.
It's options to get into the... I'm going to lower the music just one little tick again. Trying to decide which is better. That seems good. Oh, the music's good. I just don't want it overpowering the voice acting.
Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it? By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair. So there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that much?
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining. Let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall? Huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah. What you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
I see they actually added an extra profile on the left there.
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We could start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that... No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what. So the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I will provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, all of you, your classmates, will speak one after another without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Out of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the left stick to move the reticle and then fire with the triangle button. Pay close attention to each character's statements and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Knife. Okay.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
Huh? Why? Obviously by hiding the body. They tried to delay its discovery! Like a dog burying a bone!
What he just said is strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know.
Why was Byakuya's body
I forget how to fast forward.
like that?
Actually, I could push pause.
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
No, that's wrong.
Because we gotta...
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why? Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, There was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
And here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
I just said that.
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed. Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table. If it's connected to what Byakuya was doing... Okay. Right now, I think it's just knife. Either that or Ibuki's account. I'm gonna try Ibuki's account, I believe. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Don't, no hints. I will figure this out.
Crap!
Oh no! Okay, then I'm going with knife.
I can prove it with this.
Okay. Should have gone with my first thought.
Probably
That's alright.
has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial.
During the previous statement, there is only one weak spot. But from this point on, there will be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will be only one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate while holding down the R1 button, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the control. Okay. a lot of stuff.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout. That sounds correct.
If that's the case, during the blackout, Mr. Hamhands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black. It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
There it is. I always wait for it to go through.
The killer.
I always let it go through a rotation before I actually fire the truth bullet so we can see all the dialogue. It's true, getting under the table during the blackout would have been nearly impossible, but...
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table
during the black... That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, Mr. Hamhand must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black. It was so dark I couldn't see my food.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong.
There we go.
No.
Yeah, the VAs are doing a great job here.
The only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Uh-oh.
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
The other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by my hero's sudden argument? Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remark with the left stick. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it'll skew towards their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. What the hell is going to happen? When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the triangle button. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Huh? What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry. It appears there has been a delay in contacting you. I will make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name was changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? If you press the options button during these arguments, you can review the controls. Good luck, have fun.
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. And in reality, that's what... So those goggles were planted if the killer brought them to the crime scene.
Found a hole in your argument. I'm sure Byakuya brought the night vision goggles. I need to refute Mihiro's claim with evidence.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. And in reality, that's what happened. So those goggles were planted if the killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Oh my god. I don't know which way to cut these words.
Definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
I just sort of moved my hand along.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party. We found a smaller.
Maybe? I don't know.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said assume.
Depends on where they're oriented. Okay.
Language.
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too? If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Ew, you totally mean that in a perverted way.
He totally did. The knife was brought in the Duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too. No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it. Because of the duct tape.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well.
No new guesses yet, Karagosa. I'm sticking with the two I've said before.
It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
That's right. Byakuya probably knew there was a murder because of the... murder threat.
I can prove it with this. Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Hey, the hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Sure.
Those are still lies.
Doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
Oh yeah, John Niles, we're in the middle of the trial.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone? I see. Strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. The glowing paint.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality...
I love Johnny Young Bosch as an actor.
And the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers? Not the killer. Oh, I guess she's not.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? After this debate, blue-colored weak spots will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-colored weak spots will be called agree spots. When shooting agree spots with the truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. Huh. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. Oh my god. That's certainly some interesting... Oh gosh.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
That's impossible.
I need to look at those accounts. So Teru Teru is about the gas stove. Chiaki is about Fuyuhiko. And Nekomaru was the bathroom. The bathroom. Okay, I got it.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
I know where to shoot. I'm just getting the whole conversation.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
Just from listening to Peko's testimony, it's not weird to doubt her, but I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation who totally backs up her testimony.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout.
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
There we go.
I agree with that.
I agree.
No, I think Peko is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started, and it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Pekka was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Pecco.
I guess that would be... true.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
She locked herself in the bathroom for that long? There's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Oh my god.
Weren't you guys taught any basic manners? Or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry. The smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after.
Oh my god.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
I wish he was the murderer. He's not.
Stop it. But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. I'm not sure.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it...
Party dishes. Okay. Cat Evie, thank you for the gift sub going to Boo Scary Helicopter. Very kind of you. Has to be party dishes.
You brought Boo to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it, we need to clarify that first.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it, you brought Boo to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How
It's either the laxatives or the other one, but I'm going to say the other
I wouldn't
one.
do anything like that. Laxatives would ruin the taste.
Dang it. Okay, it was the other one.
Crap.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it, you brought Boo to the office.
Just a little bit from the dining.
There might have been some laxatives in it.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, there we go. Misinterpreted.
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall. Because Pekka wasn't the only one who ate that food.
Ah,
Akane ate
okay.
Some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
There's this bickering. Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout. Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us. Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred. Yeah, definitely the irons in the storage room.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
No.
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
There we go. Agree with that one.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters. Or maybe they caused a power surge?
There we go. This is the one we need to agree
I
with.
bet it's really Monokuma's fault.
By the way, I'm not a trashy skank.
Oh my god.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, did they throw a stone?
Maybe they used a remote...
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters. Or maybe they caused a power surge?
There we go.
Agree with that.
Mihiru, on the ball.
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Oh, time to have some truth blade out.
Hold on a second, let me speak too!
Nekamaru, how could you do this to me?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable!
Alright, AC timer. Yep.
If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout, then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? Then that means everyone who was when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to. If the irons caught, then the killer had to go to the storage room before and turn on the iron. Now do you intend to take back what you said?
It's true the irons were responsible for the blackout, but that shouldn't be the only reason.
People in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the irons caused the blackout.
Allow me
There we
to
go.
through those words.
Got him! Jonathan versus Dio.
The irons are just one
Nice.
reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
Air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham-Hams died around that time too.
I see. When the
It seems like certain words take more time to cut
cause the
through.
blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
I'm beginning to put Nagito farther down because he's helping out too much for this. Usually murderers are kind of the quiet ones in this, or very much accusatory. I'm still leaning more towards Gundam.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it. Dun dun dun! Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
Although, that does show that Nagito knew that you could call on Monokuma to ask that.
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead.
Dang it, it really is between
quiet!
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. But even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the
You
wall.
looked it up.
It's impossible to reach.
Amy's came in and is like, I know who it is. I'm like, that's a good. Oh, okay. I know, I forget. It's been a week.
I think my theory already was disproved. I said yesterday or last time that it was the chef who like poisoned.
Oh. Yeah, Amy was saying it was the chef who poisoned. I'm like, nah, that can't be right.
Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been
Everybody's saying
impossible,
hi, by the way.
no matter what.
Her guess was Teru Teru poisoning people, but she doesn't pay close attention because she doesn't like, she gets a little disturbed by the game.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys. There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
What's with this mood shift?
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred.
Yeah, it's seeming more and more like it's
Who
Nagito.
caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Unfortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
No.
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you. Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior. Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is.
Boy, you just made yourself super suspicious.
I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too. Please, take me home already. I want to go home and eat candy.
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
He's panicking everybody so they stop thinking straight.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already.
The hell? Kybug Little Dove, thank you very much for the follow.
There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong.
Ooh, Chiaki.
Did you say something?
Because we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
I see. Then care to tell me, What's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They used glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before? Is she asking how the killer got close to that table? Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint, in order to do that, they needed to get close to that table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. My hero's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right?
Yeah, there's not Nagito again. Yeah, I'm almost 99% sure it's Nagito at this point. Just as I thought, this diagram is the clue. Who the killer is and how they were able to move to the table in the dark. That's clearly shown in this diagram. First, we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. Right there.
Here.
Well, that's actually rather clever of them to have the cord be the smallest areas and least obvious.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout.
Thank you.
There's no way the killer could have used the desk.
He's the one who set up. He has the one that had all the time in the world because he's the one that set up the party. So he had all the time in the world to do all this stuff. Of course, there's no way they used the desk lamp's light. The killer actually used the power cord.
I can prove it with this. They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table, then use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Chiaki just rose way up in my standings. Yeah, gamer girl. The only person here who could have possibly done it.
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Judging from everyone's
Wow, the ones that look like the characters in the first game are the ones getting killed off the quickest. That's wild.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito.
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Nagito's chance to hide the knife under the table was when he was cleaning.
I see. Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife. That's... If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously? That's all just a coincidence.
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another... I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing.
Oh yeah, that part too. To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. So he knew to send the note to prepare that he sent the note to set up Byakuya to do this and then set up the drawing. Wow. What forethought. Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark on it will be charged with cleaning. Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
That's how he's trying to disarm everybody, make everybody like lose the composure. He's trying to play them.
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already.
Yeah, it was either him or the Gundam guy, the guy with the scarf and the hamsters.
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya. Nagito, say something.
Oh boy, he is cracking. Oh boy.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death.
Yeah, it is.
How wonderful. How beautiful it is.
Huh?
Those eyes. At that moment, Nagito's eyes, the darkness in his eyes shone brightly, as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
What's the sheet have to do with things?
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out. But with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery.
Oh, he was stabbed like over 10 times. The knife sounded like a small knife, but apparently the knife was that small. I don't know. There's still more.
Byakuya performed admirably.
There's still more evidence that we haven't used, so I'm not quite sure if that's just extra stuff or if it'll get used eventually.
Just stop it already. Seriously, what the hell happened to you?
Vlad says, when my sister and I met Bryce at Otakon a few years back, he said that voice in this bit made him feel like the Joker. Oh, jeez. Soy Sauce says, what I love about Nagito being unhinged as hell is this very cool detail on the meta level. He's Makoto's lucky student in a hope aspect, but twisted. His voice actor being the same, but sounding much darker. And Nagito Komaeda being an anagram, a twist on Makoto Naegi. Okay, so it isn't the same character. It's just a lot of similarities to sort of point out what would have happened if this was how Makoto actually been. Very interesting.
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
So Byakuya was the good version of his character, and Nagito is the bad version of that character.
Could ever lie to you guys. I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets! He seems like the
Ibuki's like, why is this guy next to me?
While watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
Oh my god.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
This guy, is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito, if you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
Why would you point out that piece of evidence,
Send a
though?
threatening letter in the first place.
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
Then how about that old-looking building near the hotel? Well, if it's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Well, not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see in there and full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you stayed in there for a long time, I think it would be bad for your health, which is why he set up the whole iron thing and didn't want anybody to go in there. In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office?
Oh, I get it. If Pekko was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, was all a trap to manipulate us.
Later, soy sauce.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
Nagito's talent? I believe his talent is the ultimate lucky student.
I see. You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
Well, if he was truly lucky, he would have gotten out of this situation, but oh well.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
Huh? I'm left with the red mark? For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky, but it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty, just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed, oh, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Here you go.
Please, Monokuma! Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this? Is Nagito
Oh, twist!
killer?
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but
The knife thing that we mentioned earlier is coming into
something a little strange.
coming to play, and the way she her positioning.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
Okay, they got me with that swerve, but I was definitely wondering how much more they were going to explain with all those other truth bullets.
I'm sorry.
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
It might not be right. He might have tried to set it up that way, but he might also be lying at this point. He's chaos incarnate.
However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by white noise. By the way, if the difficulty is set to general, white noise won't appear at all. In that case, all it means is this explanation didn't mean anything at all. It had no meaning whatsoever. Oh, please don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That will be explained later. Just the developer.
I think it's strange that...
The killer was so obviously Nagito!
He has already confessed.
You know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
Oh, never mind. Thanks for wasting our time, skanky bitch.
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
I know what it is. I know which one to go against that. It's definitely the autopsy results.
The killer is so obviously
Not that one.
That bastard Nagito, he killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
Oh, never mind.
Oh shoot.
Thanks for wasting our time.
Then let's prepare to cast our votes.
I missed Fuyuhiko's. One more round.
The killer is so obvious.
He has already
That bastard Nagito is the
There
one
we
who
go.
did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife.
There we go.
That's wrong.
You can't shoot him yet, Karagosa.
That knife
That's
might
not
be the
this
murderer.
trial.
That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikon?
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But, based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife.
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Oh, you didn't?
Not a whorehouse!
Oh my god.
Why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikon? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
Oh.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikon's the one who said it.
Oh god. Is he gonna survive and be a chaos agent this entire time? Kind of like the serial killer of the first game? Oh my god.
Sorry. Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
See, I was almost willing to accept it because the first chapter of the first game was so obvious who the killer was.
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
What happened during the blackout? Ugh! If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it? What's not it?
The truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. I don't think it's quite time for that. I don't think it's the embarrassing pose yet. I'm going to go with gaps under the floorboard. Actually... Gaps in the floor. Let's go with that. Okay, that's not it. I mean, on the easier difficulties. Maybe Ibuki's account?
I can prove it with this.
There we go. Ibuki's account.
Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
For reals?
Don't act so
You were
surprised.
the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this. Ah! Don't step on my feet.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know?
She ended up in that compromising position because Nagito ran into her.
You guys? Where are you?
That's why he said ow.
Just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth.
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark...
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
It almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened.
Huh?
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife? And he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it? Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
I could interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds exactly what
After
happened.
getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles. What happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
Yeah, because he felt like he's, like I said, he's an agent of chaos at this point. His goal is to prop up the Ultimates, I guess? Or take them down, depending on how it all goes? I don't know.
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth.
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward.
He shifts back and forth between hope and despair so
Rising
much.
to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
Is Nagito really not the killer? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No, there's no way I could say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we will die here. Suspended? Interesting.
Well now.
Now then, the class trial has reached its climax, but... Okay, here's a question for you. What's this? To those of you who have figured out who it is, how about you try out the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. $10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on. Now then, what are you going to do? Are they serious about this? I mean, it's enough to buy the rest of the request backlog. Dude, 10 billion smackers. I don't think they'd make us start over. It's not serious. Alright. It'll be fine. I'm gonna go back to my original and say and say Gundam. There's no way you'd be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either.
You're so evil.
Villain, you truly are a villain. Oh well. He lied. Love how I was really trying to think about that. No, I'm actually really under the assumption now that that Gundam is the killer.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed, and his killer is among this group of students.
What? The what? The guy that's like looks like a ninja, has the hamsters.
No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it. 'Cause I believe in everyone. So do your best. And don't forget to save regularly.
Well, what now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
There's still more?
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Nobody's
That's
ever
another good point.
complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
I'm not talking about your looks.
Because there's no blood on him.
I see. Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
Yes.
I did mention that. I did mention that during our investigation.
Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right? There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
I didn't get any blood on me. That is weird.
I think, okay, running theory right now, it was Gundam. Even though Gundam was in the room, somehow Gundam found a way to get underneath the floor, use a sheet to stab Byakuya, and then put that sheet in the storage room and again get back. I know it's like a very tight timetable, but that's That's my best guess right now. I think that's how the sheet kind of works, is that the killer used it to make sure they didn't get any blood on themselves as they stabbed Byakuya from beneath.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been? I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
If he did it, why would he enlist Chiaki to find a way to his earring? But then he did find a way to his earring. So I don't know. It's a good point, though. Have you been watching the entire time, or you?
You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
Right.
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, hitting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone. That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Then what does it mean?
The only other ones it could be at that point that were not, if they're not in the room, was Fuyuhiko and Teru Teru. But Teru Teru came into the room during the blackout, and Chiaki solved Fuyuhiko, so...
Maybe the killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
Huh?
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody, so there's no denying Byakuya was killed there. But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right? I don't understand at all!
The place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different?
Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
Really? But it sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense.
You should know this,
Moving
Chiaki.
forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
In scenes where you have to figure out important words, the improved, we'll see, Hangman's Gambit will occur. The goal is to line up the right letters in order so it reveals a keyword related to the incident in question. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Various letters will fly across the screen in all directions. There are two rules you must remember. If two different letters clash, you'll take damage. If two of the same letters clash, they will fuse. You must make two of the same letters clash while you try not to let two different letters clash. What the hell? That is what is most important. In order to do that, you've been given a technique to catch and release. When you move the reticle with the left stick and press the X button while it's on top of a letter, you can snatch the letter like a vacuum. This is what it means to catch the letter. However, you can only catch one letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the X button while you have a letter caught, you can shoot it where your cursor is aiming. This is how you release the letter. With catch and release, you can change the position of the letters and hit letters into each other. Make sure you hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the X button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. The hell? Claxon, with 100 bits, thank you so much, saying, sorry when I go silent. When that happens, you're either really close to the truth or really far from it. In other words, can't spoil if you don't talk, point ahead. Basically combines letters to confirm them. It's way harder than the English version because the Japanese version has fewer letters, of course. This is called firing the letters. Catch and release with the X button, and after you fuse them, fire with the X button. That's a whole lot of X buttons. However, if you just erase letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Ultimately, the main goal of improved Hangman's Gambit is completing the keyword. Display the question with the square button and figure out what keyword will answer that question. About lining up the keyword. Instead of pressing the X button to fire the letter, please press the triangle button. If that happens at the same time the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. If a sent letter is correct, it will fill the keyword list. If it's not, the influence gauge will take damage. You must write the keyword in order. Based on the flying letters, please think about the completed word. Also, if you leave a fused letter alone for a while, it will just blow up on its own. In that case, it will still damage you, so please be very careful. I took so long to explain it, but do you understand now? Not especially, but we'll go do our best. Yikes. The place Byakuya got stabbed and the place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same. Using those words as a clue, I should put aside my preconceptions and try to think about it. Something is coming to me. Just a little bit more. I have a feeling I can see something. Under the floor. Oh, I have to do it in order. Okay, good to know. Oh, shoot. This is going to take forever. Oh, I didn't push the wrong button. Get back here. Oh, shoot. This is annoying. There, last word. I forget how the first game did it, but boy, that's annoying.
Got it! The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
Yeah. Just wait for the letters to fly by. Yeah, it's a bit more complex. I guess it's a bit more engaging. I don't know. It's fine. It's not that bad, but it's still a bit annoying.
Under the floorboards?
The part that got me is the fact that you have to do them in order.
And there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. Where? And how?
I don't know that yet. But I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
556, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Says absolute trash minigame and later ones get harder. The V3 version is a godsend compared to this. Yeah, I'll try to save letters for later at another time. That's right. If I remember correctly, one person here should know how to get under the floorboards. We know who that is. What say you, Gundam?
You're the only one! Hey, Gundam. You dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
Ah, there it is. I found it. Truly, that is the Hellhound earring. Waha! It seems God truly exists for my benefit. I see. Good for you. However, how do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through this opening. When I use a tool, it would probably not reach either.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no concern. True, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
Okay.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room.
Interesting. Underneath all those boxes.
Devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes.
That's a lot of coffee over there.
After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands.
That would explain how the sheet got to the into the area right there in the storage room.
Tremble with fear, fools! Behold!
I guess it can't be him now. Hamsters are the real MVPs of this game.
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
And Gundam was near the Gundam and Mahiru and Kazuichi were the closest, but Mahiru is the one closest to the door.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there...
That can't be right there.
Stab, stab!
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
I'm not talking about your sound effects. You were saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
That's the part that's been confusing me.
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
Who wasn't at the party again?
I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monami over there can be my witness, right?
Yes! This Monami over here is your witness!
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party
Was
judging
Fuyuhiko.
from the photo I took before the blackout.
But he had to get into here in order to do that.
It obviously has to be him.
can't be him.
Yay! It's decided!
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer.
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like, I can do
It's
it?
too obvious, I should say.
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
See? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Good news, you are now allowed to use the silencer. You can use the silencer with the X button as many times as you want. When you use the silencer, you can shoot down the white noise. Also, when you shoot down the white noise, your time limit will increase a little. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease. So aim carefully when you're using the silencer. Oh, but if difficulty set to general, the white noise won't appear at all. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this is definitely on par. Alright. What do we got here? Oh god, so many accounts.
During the party, the kid...
Okay, Ibuki's account. What the... That was all the sound, the sounds. Teru's is being in the kitchen, the power not turning on. Chiaki. What was Chiaki's again? Fuyuhiko. Okay, this is probably the one we need.
Lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
Ah, there it is.
The culprit is self-evident.
For the alibi. He has an alibi.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the...
And they could have stared at without going to the store. Is that true?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know. That means you have no alibi.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Boy, that focus drains quick.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
Huh? What happened for you, Hiko? Oh, hey, what are you doing here, all alone at a place like this? I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Shut up!
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Oh, no!
No, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
During the party? It was probably during the blackout. Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
Hey, here is live.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
But I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I've overlooked. For clarity's sake, once again.
We're getting close to the final stage. The blackened or the spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout.
No.
Moving to the storage room like that.
Has to be the fire door.
Bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
No, not
Maybe there was
string.
another pair of night vision goggles?
No.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
Oh God, I'm not sure. Hey Jojo Elias. Welcome, welcome. Just trying to figure out this one right here.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout.
Kitchen equipment. Claxon, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Highly recommend you check your evidence for this one carefully. All right. So let me go through. Daralumin case. Key to the other Daralumin cases inside here too. That wasn't the other one. Okay. I don't think it's that.
Like that.
Party dishes. That's definitely not it. Fire door. If fire breaks out, the fire door in the hallway of the old building can be shut to keep the fire from spreading. Oh, okay, I see how that works now. So, no, not the fire door. Oh my God, it's the kitchen equipment list, isn't it?
It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Is it really not possible?
It's the kitchen equipment list paired with, what's her names?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
Oh, stupid! Dang it! That sucks.
The hallway was really dark. Moving to the storage room. It's like making a seafood.
Is it really not?
What if they used a string?
Maybe there was another pair of...
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
I agree with that.
There we go. Wow, that's clever.
The killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right?
But
Kane.
where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
20 forks, 20 knives, 20 spoons, 5 iron skewers, 3 frying pans, 20 wine glasses. There are also iron plates for barbecue and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Iron plates on a portable stove. I do recall seeing them on the shelf over there. This kitchen seems to be well kept. There should be no problems using it. Holy crap.
Portable stove.
Did Teru actually be the one to kill?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around.
Good night, Soulcaster.
So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
A hole? What kind of hole? It would be great if you could explain it to me.
Please be the killer.
Much more detail.
Please be the killer.
I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me?
Oh boy.
What's wrong? Will you be able to break through my argument?
We'll see. What does he mean by battle? It sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. Damn it, there's no way I'm going to lose to someone against someone like him. Okay, it's definitely going to be fire door.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned, it contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't back down! I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
It's so hard to
The
focus
reason
when they're
Kazuichi
saying.
couldn't see the office was because the source light was shining in such a dark hallway. Wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it? After all, he was walking near the hallway.
Missed my time.
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see it was because the hallway was dark. So if the light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
There we go. Phew, that was close.
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I see. You actually noticed the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh, you still don't remember your talent, do you?
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath?
You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey, it's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
Nope.
I think I am. I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
So you're telling me to call out the real killer, even though I really don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? The person who used the hallway's fire door as cover and used the portable stove to move in the dark. And snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. So the only killer I can think of is... you and only you. The only one that I can think of that has all those opportunities and would know about these things is Teru Teru. I might be wrong.
You're the only one! Teru Teru. Could it be you?
Oh my god. I did not expect him to be... like, I thought they'd keep this guy around for a while for whatever reason.
Huh? What? What are you talking about?
Teru Teru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely. Objection or not?
They knew. They knew they wanted to get rid of this guy.
Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Teru Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this
hell, Nagito?
and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So, what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Oh, she'd actually fall for
Nagito,
that.
Why are you interfering?
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya?
True.
You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined.
Unless they
if he
spotted
noticed.
the other light,
That's right.
the glowing paint.
What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam
Oh my
should know.
God.
He actually went under the floorboards.
I just had a realization. He tripped up what's her name, so he could to get her in that position, because he's a pervert. Oh my God. Remember the compromising position that girl wound up in? The reasoning for it? Like, why did she end up like that? I guarantee it's him.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing.
Yep, that's why I want this guy to die.
Under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
And that's where he could mark it.
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
It's one thing I do like about Danganronpa is how everybody sort of comes together with their, like, enough of it that you can sort of see where they were going from. So that's not just your character figuring things out. You put it together, but they offer up other things that you can pull from. Hold on. Guess it has to be the knife.
I can prove it with this. The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah, by using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Super convincing.
Can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
He is totally the new serial killer girl of this game.
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout...
He said something beneath the floorboards just to make it seem like he was there.
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
That's right! That's exactly it! But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward
The fire doors are going to disprove him. Because the fire door's on the opposite side of the
It's not that far to
kitchen.
move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat. So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way!
Gross.
You're greasy. But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to blame you.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope.
He's such a jerk.
Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope? Let me ask you again.
What are they going for
Did you
here?
go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice. It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
There's definitely a contradiction hidden within those remarks.
Let me ask you again.
Knife? No. Blood stain under the table. No.
Did you go to the storage room during the
Gaps in floorboard.
blackout?
Has to be that.
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice.
Not contradiction.
It's handsome, unlike his face. Maybe it was recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction.
There we go. Yeah, we're going to be going until we get to the next save point. It's not good to just leave this in the middle. There's too much to keep track of.
Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Clever, honestly.
Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
They became Foghorn Leghorn.
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar!
He's basically, he presents himself as cultured and sophisticated, but he's really from the South, like the equivalent of the Japanese South. Like that, there's a hickish accent in that area of Japan, and they always try to approximate that for dubs by having him speak Southern for us. So he's more of a, he's actually a bumpkin, as they put it.
If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, He should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth.
Oh, that's a character from Looney Tunes. Just a very southern character.
Huh? Was Teru Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Oh my
Something
god.
like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
God, that tone.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
Okay, I've pinpointed it. He's going for the Louisiana accent.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
No. Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no
Yeah,
sense.
with the share, it's
Can
definitely
you even
Louisiana.
keep on in the dining hall?
Probably can.
Oh, you again.
Whether or not Teru Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure, I just need to throw that question at him. The pose. The pose, that's where it comes in. He didn't see the pose and didn't get all weird.
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time. Right.
What? Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
No, this is a very important question.
Oh my god. If he was there at the party, he would have said something and you would have said something to him. Yep, that is true.
Well, Teru Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
That's amazing that they used that fan service for this kind of evidence. And tie it in with his character.
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly.
How about it? You can't answer, Teru Teru?
That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Even so. Nagito, say something.
I guess you might have to give up now.
Give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels
He's so
like a broken dream.
Odd.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
But,
Hadn't been cleared up yet, yeah?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore. It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet.
You understand him?
he's trying to be Gambit.
But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer? Then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi. Enough with the whimpering and translate.
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the
That's
weapon?
amazing.
Weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floor,
Maybe the missing
the weapon
skewer?
would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Not good enough. Not good enough at all.
He said, not good enough. Not good enough.
The
at
translation.
Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it? Wanna do it?
all. He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent.
That is amazing. Weapon that meets those requirements might have been used at the crime scene. Huh? What's that? Oh, not another hangman's gear. Oh, God. Can I look at my inventory so I can see which one it is? I forget. Don't know what they're looking for. S-K-E-W-E-R. Meat skewer. Okay. I need an M. That was close. M? Oh. Okay, it's not that. God, this is gonna suck. I think I already used I once. Ugh. I think I already used I. Did I use N? Okay. This is driving me nuts. Oh, good job, Amy. Ike? He's... 556, yes, please, because I am so confused right now. Oh, iron. Oh, my God. I'm like, what the heck are they trying to get me to say? Oh, I'm losing so much health. Eat a K. There we go. Nice combo. Don't need you. God, iron. That one makes me mad. Especially because I knew the skewer part. Hey, Jason Rocks.
The weapon must be the iron skewer.
Huh? The iron skewer?
If I could just review the stuff, I could have seen that.
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Tero.
I checked the equipment list and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. They kept saying it, I just missed it. Dang it. Ah, that's right. As far as I know, that's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Tero, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Almonavi!
Avril Lavigne? What the hell?
Did he really just say that?
What the hell?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Yeah, I was having such a hard time figuring out the other letters.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
Actor is definitely having fun here. Finally, we are nearing the end. A cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields and will simply not listen to what you have to say. It will probably pain you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. Not for this guy. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a panicked opponent's excuses and nonsense. That's the bullet time panic talk action. PTA. We'll shorten it to PTA. During PTA, you must destroy all of your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Time your button press with the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Match the tempo marker by pressing the X button, and you will be able to lock on to the opponent's remark. If you keep pressing it, you will be able to lock on to the multiple remarks at the same time. Afterward, if you release the X button in time with a tempo marker, it will intercept the locked on remark and destroy it. By destroying remarks, you will be able to damage the soul shields protecting the opponent and destroy them. However, if you cannot destroy the remark within the time limit, you end up getting hurt. During PTA, you can press the... okay. But for this PTA, just focus on the X button. Please wait for another time for the other features. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and you'll initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll find yourself in a tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes. This will alter the timing for each button. Please be careful. Last but not least, let me tell you about the final blow. If you destroy all your opponent's soul shields, they will start to give their final argument. And if that happens, 4 words will be displayed on the top, bottom, left, and right sides of the screen. Each of those 4 words corresponds to the circle, triangle, square, and X button. If you press the buttons in the right order, you will be able to compose the words of your final strike. Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver your final strike within the time limit, the opponent's soul shields will recover. Alright. Let's see how this goes.
What the hell you even saying, you two-color hick? He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country head?
I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
If the iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding in the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started, which means was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? Could it have been in an unexpected place? Where would that be? Where did he hide a long weapon like an iron skewer? Think carefully.
He said, I'm not hiding anything.
I'm hiding anything! I'm not hiding anything!
I must reveal to Teru Teru the conclusive evidence that he proves he's the killer.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton!
Paris Hilton.
Shut up! That's impossible! Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know! Paris Hilton! Unforgivable! Where would the weapon be?
The meat on bone. Shoot.
Shut up!
The bone on meat.
That's impossible!
Meat on the bone. Meat on the bone is how it goes.
Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know!
Meat on the bone.
This is the end.
Screwed that up.
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything in a place like that.
Claxon with 100 bits saying bone the meat on. Yes.
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought.
What?
That's why we overlooked it.
Yeah, bone the meat on. This first one embarrassingly let me game over in the first one. I mean, I got the first attempt wrong too, so I get it. That appears to be the case. I wouldn't have known what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones are also dangerous items.
But in fact,
The meat bone was a dangerous item.
The weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is
The ridiculous meat.
on the bone.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here.
We need to confirm this now. So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
You might want to eat that. Might not want to eat that, Akane. That's probably contaminated.
Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute.
Don't eat
I'll
that.
the whole thing.
Wait, hold on a second. Time out, time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over.
About that.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go?
I'm right here.
Oh, he's eating it.
I'm already eating it.
A bear that eats meat! Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
What is this? So yummy!
Oh my god.
That's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life. The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
How is that machine eating?
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My. There's something inside the meat. Look what came out.
Is that an iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
Ah, that is clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone. I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Oh, who asked about me playing Devil Survivor 2? Yes, I have played that.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
Alright, I think Chiaki has just become best girl through the course of this trial.
He said, you're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks.
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should
I
first...
guess we need to settle this once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Go over the entire incident, and then I can prove Teru Teru's crime. That's right, if we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
So it's finally come to this. My throb is chesting. Every case has one last feature to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of events in the case in the form of a comic book. This reproduction is merely Hajime's imagination, so there will be gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the truth panels provided. Around 3 to 5 truth panels make up one set. Inside that one set, there will be correct panels placed among incorrect panels. If you use up all the correct panels contained in one set, it'll switch to a new set. Oh, that's nice. After that, if you fill in all the holes, you will clear the challenge. I'm pretty sure some of you have already noticed, but it'll be difficult to complete with so many gaps, but once you fill some in, it will become much simpler. For those of you who played the previous game, you might hesitate at first, but it's basically the same concept. Now then, when playing and solving the closing argument, there is a certain trick. If you move the reticle onto the gaps on each page, it'll display hints at the top of the screen. They did not explain this in the original. That part they did not record. You had to figure out. I think I just came upon it or stumbled upon it in the first game. This type of hint will ask what kind of scene is drawn at that gap. Also, if you move the reticle into a truth panel, it will display a hint as well. This hint explains the scene contained in that panel. Put together those two hints and think carefully. Of course, don't forget that there will be a time limit. Well then, good luck and have fun. All right. Everyone at the party is... They're showing her on the toilet. Oh my god. Alright, it has to be this one. Oh crap. Closing the fire door. Hold on. Oh, wait. Can I move? Oh, I'm in the wrong... Oh, okay. Switch pages. Thank you, Klaxon. Thank you. Same scene as office in the dining hall. The office room with the... Okay. Okay, not this one. There we go. God, my health is making me very nervous. The storage room before the blackout. Light. Got that. I heard it. I'm nervous because I have so little health. Oh, good night, Sonic Joe. I got one, but I'm not sure about the others. I don't think... These two don't seem to apply. I'll try this one. Okay, good. Maybe Byakuya see, not that one. Killer obtained a light. It's not that one because it's not, yeah, unlit. Dang it. Oh god, one more and I get in trouble. That's not good. I am honestly not sure between these three. Maybe this. Because it's showing where everybody's at. There we go. Okay. God, I wish I healed. Okay, definitely that one. That'll do. Wait, here we go. I'm very nervous. Alright, just making sure. Okay, where's our first gap? Claxton, if you see the exact same picture of something in your inventory, that picture in inventory is fake in case you didn't know. Yeah, I definitely got that part. Last one. It'll be the hearing one. Okay, we got it.
Here's everything that happened.
Barely, but we got it.
Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started. Byakuya had us gather
Stupid hangman almost killed me.
He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us.
My God.
Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for this. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right. Everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would
Did Nagito say they would help out Teru Teru? Is that why he did all like knew to do all this?
They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the
I would definitely
hallway, so their
stop
light
after the
source
voting.
couldn't peek toward the dining hall.
I know how long the post-trial stuff can get.
Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item.
Flaxen with 100 bits saying Hangman almost killed Derek. Well, why did it have ties to the Yakuza in Persona 5? Wow.
That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed. He had to retrieve that knife, and at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime, especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food.
I always like to do like the comics.
Isn't that right, Teru Teru Hanamura?
The Naked Man got big.
What happened? How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone. Would never.
It seems this is the end.
What a scream. Well, how'd I do? Yeah, phase 9 definitely got me. Oof, no, phase 14 got me. You're accidentally right?
Isn't that who I guessed?
Actually, yeah, I think you did guess him. Wait, does anybody remember that Amy...
Definitely not that way. I thought it was the chef who poisoned.
Yeah, Calloway, this is my first playthrough. Yeah, Amy thought by completely wrong means, Amy guessed the correct killer. That's amazing.
It looks like your argument has come to a close.
And that's where we're saving. We've figured out the killer. We will see his execution next time. My guesses were wrong. Nagito did give me a swerve. That's for sure. Teru, it seemed too obvious that they it just felt like they would make a character like him stick around for a while, but I was wrong. So there is that. Claxon with 100 bits saying last year for the night, but this is for one of the shorter trials. You may want to have the trials be their own stream from now on and just review the evidence beforehand. Yeah, we will have to. I think this does prove that we'll have to split up the trials a bit. Hopefully they fall into a place where you have those little mid spots for all that. So we'll see that. Yeah, I blame Gundam for nothing. It's all right. But hey, we learned that Chiaki's awesome. So we'll see how that all goes. Beat this game at 40 hours, so yeah, each chapter is long. Oof, I apologize to Gundam. He's not off the hook yet. We'll see how this old game goes to see if he survives all the way to the end. Yeah, we can use intermission, stuff like that. We'll just see how it all breaks down. Should be fine. Oh, goodness. But yeah. Hell of a trial. Definitely more interesting than the first one from Danganronpa 1. Definitely not as obvious. Not sure about the mechanics this time around, but we're getting the hang of them, so we'll see how that all goes. But goodbye, Teru. Alright. But yeah, really didn't see that one coming. I liked all the bits and pieces they had throughout that really build up to where you were going to go. That was a good time. The voice thing definitely threw me off. I will say that. I'm just going to see if there's anybody streaming that way I can raid real quick. You know, we haven't raided Phenomon in a while. They're playing Octopath Traveler 2. We'll raid them. And we'll just say, let's see. Killer found. Because we don't want to have any spoilers. So we'll just say killer found. Oh yeah, the Paris Hilton. Oh my god. The random Paris Hilton shouts. Avril Lavigne. You know what? Should we? What do you think, Amy? Killer found or Paris Hilton? Not especially. We're just gonna give Paris Hilton. We're just gonna say Paris Hilton. Just be fun. Why not? It doesn't matter. All right. So that about covers it for this one. We'll be back tomorrow for the start of our Pikmin 2 playthrough. Definitely not going to go for nearly 4 hours on that one. Jeez. And of course, on Wednesday, Amy and I'll both be there as we finish up the storyline of Store of Blood with 4.3. So that should be a fun time before we jump into the Evilise raids. So definitely more of just plot going forward as we get ourselves set up for the coming of Shadowbringers. So look forward to that. And of course, next Sunday for more Danganronpa as we finish off this class trial and see where we end up next time. Whether we have a new death or what might happen. We don't know. It's all in the dark. So thank you all so much for watching. Really do appreciate it. Send out those Paris Hiltons and just confuse everybody. Really do. Just thank you. Really do appreciate all of you sticking around for this extra long stream. So yeah, until then, everyone, have a great week. We'll see you soon. Bye.